Welcome back to the Tide Hanger. This is Mike coming at you with the weekly news and review for August 10th, 2025. Of course, we got Transformers news, all kinds of stuff from Masterpiece Legends Mainline, and some updates and some prices on some stuff that are shocking. The absolute most popular Batmobile in history is getting remade, but it's sold out so far. I'm sure you'll be able to get it. It shouldn't be impossible to get, but it's pretty exciting, pretty fun. I was kind of shocked when I saw it, but it's not exactly like the Kenner one, believe it or not. We got some pictures of the first wave of Scooby-Doo, and they look good. Jada always does good work, and never thought of myself as a Scooby-Doo collector, but maybe I am. Maybe I am. We've got some nacelle Star Trek, and we'll talk a little bit about this. People think it's weird that they're making offshoot characters, but I think the reason Star Trek fails is because they start from the beginning every time, giving the main popular characters instead of giving some more deep cuts in the early stages, making it more fun. Oh, this made it worse for the Snake Lair. I mean, it's no bigger than Snake Mountain. In fact, in some aspects, even less than Snake Mountain for triple the price. What's more than triple the price? And we got Star Wars and a whole lot of other stuff to talk about that I'm not cramming in the intro. So when you're out there as collectors and you're at shops and stores and stuff, be kind to people. I saw some people being real jerks this weekend, and I'm not cool with that. But also, I'm going to be right here. I'm not skipping state or anything. I'm going to be right here doing my duty, doing the news. Coming up. Starting out with what's new at Show Z Store. This is the X-Transbots MX61T. This one is the toy version, Ballistic Misfire Youth version. And they also have the standard one. They are coming into stock. If you pre-ordered them, then you should be getting them. If you just buy it outright, then it's kind of first paid, first serve on these getting shipped out. Pretty excited about this, though. This is probably still cheaper than the Hasbro Titan Returns one on the secondary market. So if you want one, get one or two. I say that because I'm planning on getting both. Also, we have the next one of X-Transbots members of the Constructicons for their Devastator. This is the Razor or Bone Crusher. They're showing the toy version first for the pre-order, and then we have a toy version for the Gravedigger. I just reviewed the Gravedigger. Excellent figure. They did a great job on it. And I was kind of wishing they would ship them both at the same time like they did with the first one, because it's more fun to do the review with both of them at the same time and then have them in several modes and stuff. But anyhow, got these on pre-order, $1 down, generally about $140 to $150 each. I take that back. The toy versions are usually like $20 to $30 cheaper. So around the $109 to $119 price. They got pre-orders up for the New Age 872 Typhoon. This is the first of their figures for their combining. I don't know. I don't know why they're doing this. Why they need a dinos to combine. I don't know. But is this one sludge? It's so hard to tell what's going on with this thing. I'm not getting it. I'm not in on combining dinos. But if you're in on combining dinos, well, this is probably the set for you. If you like cheap and small, Galaxy Toys, Mini 01, Leader King Optimus Prime Transparent Window version for $20. $20. But it's like 2 inches, 2.76 inches tall. So that's Sub Legends, kind of Dr. Wu scale. And the Yellow Park A.M.K. Pro Series Transformers Revenge of the Fallen 22 centimeter Megatron model kit. 22 centimeters is 8.66 inches tall. I expect it to come in the high 60s, kind of like their Optimus Prime. Alright, so I don't really know where to start just yet. So I'm going to start with this. This isn't Masterpiece, but it's big news, big price news. Check this out. This is the AMT02 Predaking T-Spark Transformers Adamas Machina. Machina. This is $450. I mean, what do you think you are? A Star Wars HasLab gunship? No, you're a... Well, at least it's big, right? Okay, at least it's big. It looks good. I think they've done a good job with it. It looks really great. And everyone's questioning how big it is. And so with that, we have this week. Okay, here's what it looks like with a straight up picture of it. And you can see the detail they put into this, the work they put into it. phenomenal job. I think it looks great. And I could use it a little stylized. I'm okay with it being a little stylized. I want Super G1, but I'll take a little stylized. And then what's it look like next to G1? Literally smaller than G1. $450 and it's smaller than G1. And, you know, I really wasn't going to get it for the price point. But if it was big enough, it's like I could almost, you know, stretch it and flex it. But it's just interesting. Like, how much would it have cost if it was 21 inches? Because I think this is supposed to be the biggest combiner of all the combiners. Like, no combiner is supposed to be taller than the Predaking. So, is that my correct understanding of the situation? Here we go with this. There are the, what do you call them? Just the animal modes? Animal modes. We'll call it that. I mean, I want to call them dino mode. They're not dinos. They're not all the same type of animal. And then here we go with the bot modes. And you store the feet on the sides of one of them. That's very bulky, but yeah, I mean, overall not a bad set, but I mean, it's got its hang-ups and flaws. I think the biggest flaw is price. This is Master PC, and Low Lab Studios has put out a picture of the FT21 Berserk. I guess it's gonna be box art, cover art. So this is to show it is a cartoon version, not a toy version or anything like that. So it should be matching the cartoon. That's the goal, with the figure and the coloration and the aesthetics, which is good. And the art's okay. I'm not blown away by it or anything, but at the same time, how far away is this, or does this mean it's getting close? So we got pictures of the DX9 Toys D29B Dark Samurai recolor version of their Sideswipe for the G2 version Samurai Dark Samurai via Season Ann. This is a pretty cool picture, good looking figure. Overall, I thought they did a great job with it in the first place. Then we got this. This is the alt mode of it, and looks very well painted. Very good job. Just still the only problem, I like the clear windows, but I don't like that it's just looking in at a bunch of electronics and junk. Maybe we could just say it drives itself. People don't drive it. Maybe that's what we'll say. Still, good looking figure, and you know, always fun to see another Lamborghini. So we got pictures, official pictures of the T-Spark. Well, this is actually Missing Link, but the Missing Link, Nemesis Prime, and yeah, it looks good. Pretty much exactly what you would expect with this release. Nothing really earth-shattering or life-changing about it, but it does look pretty good. You do get the trailer, meaning it's probably going to be like $120, $130 is my guess. You can still pre-order this on Shozy Store for $10 down, but let's look at all you get with it. You get all this, and then they've recolored the roller. They've gone with the kind of teal on the trailer and stuff like that. So cool looking if you're into it. I'm probably going to get it. I'm still on the fence. I got 13 pre-orders showing up within the span of about a week. And so right now I'm just kind of like, well, let me get caught up on all these pre-orders that are showing up right now. Just at Shozy. It's just hit all at the same time, which is still it's kind of exciting on one way. It's kind of scary in the other. Before we move on from Masterpiece, there's not a lot of Masterpiece going on this week, but I do want to showcase this. So Sam Scott Roberts has a picture of his display of his Fans Toys Minosaur trifecta. Yeah, this is 3 sets of their Stunticons. That's what 3 sets looks like. He collects in triplicate if there's 3 different modes. He wants all 3 modes. He's the one, I believe, that has 7 Fans Toys Hydras. We're gonna see a little bit more about 6-Shot here in this video. Not his, but he has 7 of those because there's that alternate 7th mode. I bet you that costs a pretty penny, but this is probably costs a pretty penny too. So looking pretty good. Great job right there. I love how it looks too. It looks like a lot of fun. That bug down there looks like it came with DX9. Am I right? The DX9. Another picture this week of the AMK, and I don't believe this is Pro. I just think it's AMK Orion Packs, and I'm considering picking this up once I get caught up on the pre-orders of the stuff I really want, which is mostly Masterpiece and Legends. And with that, It does look pretty good. I think it does look pretty good. Though long, crazy long legs on these figures is odd, but I like the Matrix chamber, the bit of Matrix you get with Orion packs. Didn't know you were going to get that, so pretty good. Bugsty 81 of 2005 has gotten his hands on the Chase figure from the Aldi. The Aldi, those $10 figures. This is the Chase figure. Looks pretty good, and yeah, it's good. The other pictures I've seen from other people did not look this good. This looks way better than the ones I've seen, but I mean, maybe it's just the photography. Maybe great angles on the photography. Now I kind of want to pick one of these up. I don't know how you got the Chase figure, but looks good. Looks like these figures, I didn't even consider comparing them to Missing Link and how well they'd fit in with Missing Link. That's a good idea, really. A lot of these pictures, a lot of people's displays, a lot of times it just gives you ideas that you never thought of, and this is a great example from Bugsty 81 of TFW 2005. More pictures of the Laser Cat Toys JGM-SKPO4 Mini Brave Superion, and showcasing in the background there what they've got going on with the Predaking, and these chibi style figures, combiners. I've got one chibi style figure, and it is a Nemesis Prime, and it is very high quality, so don't let the aesthetic of this make you think it's cheap and poorly made. These seem to be pretty well made, pretty solid, and pretty decent transformations. Alright, so I've got New Age with their New Age, their newest H74CHO. I guess it's CHO. Legends Scale 6-shot. Colored prototypes, additional images, and it looks pretty good. I'm curious about size and scale, but I'm sure it blows the McFans Toys remake, or I think this might have been an original McFans Toys. Anyhow, it's still going to look better. The McFans Toys one has super chunky lower legs, and this seems to have pretty clean lower legs. So one thing I do like about New Age, they always seem to get the lower legs looking good. And let's see about these 6 modes here. Best way I could do it is just get it like this. So there's the 6 modes and the robot modes and all that fun stuff. Yeah, there it is. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 modes. I think they all look great. Very similar to how the G1 operated, I bet. Dr. Wu's showing pictures of their tactical commander, E23T in clear. T for transparent, not for toy. Every company's got a different code. What their little letter means is something different to everyone. Advanced Toys uses M for movie. Yeah. Anyway, there's that. It looks good. Remember, these are like 2.7 inches tall. These are small, tiny little ones. But this was a bigger of the smaller ones. So, bigger of the smaller. Will not fit with your Legends collection, but fun little offshoot. I don't think I bought any of these yet. The only thing closest I did get a Megatron. I'm not sure if it was theirs. Oh, and here he is, bare bones with no armor. No armor. And I like this. I think this is how it should be. He should be made with bought in armor. And then that's the discussion. That, timeless classic arguments. Should Ultra Magnus have armor or be an all-in-one transformation? Should Rumble be blue because the cartoon showed it that way? Yes. These are classic discussions. And who really is Cyclonus? Was he really an Insecticon? Swooping in to answer all those questions is Magic Square's Swoop. Oh, actually, I really should have looked to see what the real name of this guy is. Looks like it's MSB60 Pterosaur Swoop. Coming into stock at Shozi store also, $65 if you're interested in getting this guy. I think he does look pretty good, though. I mean, they did a pretty good job with him overall. Here's the alt mode, and this was a Weibo posting. I don't have the source credit for it, but excellent photography, excellent pictures. I like what they did here. Looking fantastic. Bare minimum paint on this versus what New Age did. I look forward to comparing the side by side with New Age, but it looks phenomenal. Jizai Toys, Siren or Harpy. Jizzy Toys. This is very interesting. The legs become wings. Okay, they're not legs. The tail becomes wings. The fin becomes wings, and it flies. So, what are you gonna do when you get out of water? Fly. That's, in all reality, that's a good idea, because what you gonna do? I mean, have you seen the movie Splash? She doesn't do much till she gets some legs. So when you get out of water, now you just fly around. That works. You got to join their Patreon. You get the files. You can download the files and print it yourself. I think that's how it works. Oh, wait. I didn't see you there, Dr. Wu. Another Micro Master Scale Dr. Wu. And they call this one, this is the Sentinel Prime. We saw that already with this coloration for Missing Link. So I guess is it a copying Missing Link thing? Here's the alt mode if you want to see it. Should have talked about this when I was talking about the Ultra Magnus. Looks like we are getting another set of blockies. And these are 5.5 centimeters tall, chibi style figures. Yeah, there it goes. That's an explanation of these. 14 articulation points. Robots are Grimlock, Hot Rod, Scourge, Blitzwing, Rumble, Shockwave, Rumble Blue. Rumble Blue. See, it's actually kind of purple, but Rumble Blue. Hound and Shattered Glass Megatron. Here's a little picture of, I think this is the same stuff. Is this the same stuff? Not the same stuff. Starscream alt mode, Wheeljack alt mode, Rodimus alt mode, Brawl alt mode. And then chase figures are Metallic Grimlock Dino mode, Rodimus Prime with Matrix, Rodimus with Flames and Sword, and Grimlock with Serving Tray, Glasses, and Waiter Apron. Time for some Hasbro news, and here we go with Scavenger. This is Inu Tabby's screenshot. I guess he got it. He must have found it. I should go watch his video and see where he found it. In the store? I haven't seen it in the store yet. I might soon. Like, it takes me a while to get stuff around here, around these parts. And this is a picture of several figures. All the figures, mind you. Yeah, all of them. This is Ruby Soupy 3D on TFW and on Instagram. And he's got a flex. He's got the Megatron already and these guys. So that looks okay. I mean, for Hasbro, they look pretty decent. We got some other pictures here. This is the I believe this is Onyx Prime. Is that what they said this was? Onyx Prime. And this is the Takara version. So bouncing from Hasbro to Takara, this is all the mainline stuff. Pretty much Hasbro. Takara designed it also. They get to do what they want with it. And they usually make a better coloration, but I'm not invested in these enough to know the difference or spot it. But here we go. And this set here is the Age of Prime's Wreck and Doom Collection, Sandstorm versus Slugslinger. I think I've even seen the Hasbro version of this, and somebody's done a review on it, but there it is. And they just basically reused Sandstorm. And they reused all the stuff's reused, but a different color variation of Slugslinger. So there's that. I guess since we're in the Hasbro section, it's a good time to show a picture of this. And this is something, one little thing I didn't know, well, a couple little things I didn't know, but mostly one little thing I didn't know. All of these KOs of the Commander class, which the first one I thought was great, so you guys convinced me to pre-order all of them. So now I'm going to have them all coming in eventually. And so we've got this post here, and we already see them from Golden Zen. Golden Zen has already kind of showcased this and done a pretty good job of that. But this little thing that people say is like an air conditioner or something that plugs into the back. And I guess that's like an upgrade they came with. It comes with it, but recolored to match the figure, which is... it's simple, it's like a simple idea, but yet brilliant at the same time. Mine doesn't hold in that well. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Mine doesn't hold in that well. But anyway, I look forward to getting these, and maybe those will hold in better than on my first one. And I had good pictures of a couple of these. So the rest of the stuff, there's up for pre-order from Takara is the Age of Prime's Flatline. We already looked at Onyx and Slugslinger and Sandstorm. Studio Series, Deluxe Bumblebee Movie, Bumblebee, Voyager War for Cybertron Thundercracker, Hearts of Steel Bumblebee and Megatron, that's still a thing and that's still going on. Let's look at something I think is even more interesting from the main line, or probably most interesting. And I find this is not for everyone, which is great that they made it sort of exclusive in a way. Some level of exclusivity to it, online only, I think. I don't think you'll find this in stores. The G2 versions of Slag and Snarl? Slag and Snarl? Getting my Dinobot names mixed up now. Okay, they look great. And I do have these. Actually, I have both variations of the G2 of each of these. And yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff they're doing. And I do have this on pre-order because it is that awesome. And yes, I do have the Grimlock already. Grimlock you can find in stores pretty easy, which is great. And then these guys, you'll have to order them online in a 2-pack. Sadly, it's a closed 2-pack. You have to open them up. Alright, so some stuff's showing up in Canada. It's the Sideways and Excellion, Cybertron Excellion, Sideways. If that's a thing, stuff you're into, I'm not sure. But it's also showing up in the US, I think. So we'll get the US picture here and showcase that. And this is a picture from Prime Master C. The previous picture was from Cybertron CA. And remember, PHTC in CDN. So basically, PH Canada. But there we go. Don't you just love it when rumors turn out to actually be true? Well, Michael Bay is apparently in talks with making this movie. They're looking to shoot in October. Netflix will lock in new filmmaker to keep things on track. Bay has plenty else to do. He's discussing with Paramount a return to the Transformers fold with a new version of that tentpole. Tentpole, man. Who talks like that? But this is Michael Bay coming back. There's plenty of TNA in his movies, which means Transformers and action and Foxes. All right, guys. There's more to life than Transformers now. Let's talk about some Masters of the Universe. I do want to say that I feel like we're overly inundated with Masters of the Universe, but I might just slide over and snatch this Teela, because I was just looking at my Teela that they gave us before, and she looks good. I do feel like they've bamboozled us, like trickling out several different Teelas that sucked. Or we're almost good, but we're wearing some ginormous skirt. And then they give us the one we finally want. And it's like, well, what am I do with all these other Teelas? I mean, sell them for $4 each. That's the best option you can get with your old ones right now. Which people are like, why do you care about value? Because, well, what if I want to sell my old one and pay for this? It's not going to work. It just can't happen. So that's the reality of things. People get mad at me when I talk about value. But the reality of it is, like, I just feel bamboozled. And I was like, this is okay. It's not as good as what Super 7 did. I mean, who else makes one as good as Super 7, right? Then there's this. And I don't want to be too negative on Masters of the Universe, but I really feel like we're finding out how many hardcore collectors there are. And however many back this is all there are. That's all that exists in the world of hardcore Motu collectors. Because the casual collectors are out on this. This is a bridge way too far for a casual collector to drop $300 on effectively what looks like with your eyes an $80 playset. Yes, I know it's going to have a couple of other things to it, but it looks like with your eyes, your eyeballs looking at it, it does not feel like it's worth $300. It doesn't feel triple the value of any of these. And people say, well, yeah, but it's not going to be a mainline release, or they're not going to make 20 or 30,000 of them. They're only going to make barely 6,000. It's going to be super rare, but it's not going to be sought after. It's got to be rare and sought after. Anyway, I don't think it looks bad, and I would have definitely bought one for what people are saying should have been 92 at retail, or even 120 at retail. I would have considered it, but 300 is just a hard pass because I'm officially a casual Motu collector and not a completist, and those who are hardcore get it, enjoy it. Mondo, talking about big numbers here. This is the She-Ra and Swiftwind. She-Ra's 260. Swiftwind is I don't even know how much. 500 or something? Oh, I apologize. $5.99. But you get the bundle for $7.95. And that is, well, it's a little insane, but at the same time, it's massive. It comes with a lot of stuff. A lot of people like the Lukey figure that's coming with it. Look at the wingspan, 54 inches. I mean, I've bragged about a lot of things, but I do not have a 54-inch wingspan at all to brag about. This is a big brag. And let's do a little looking at the... Oh, it's a bundle exclusive. So I guess you got to buy the bundle, save a little money, and get a Lukey figure. I'm glad I've got the one from Classics, so I don't need to go after a Lukey. I think this would probably be so big, it would be like bigger than Orko. Am I right? Remember, I'm only a casual collector of Motu, not a hardcore one. Don't know everything about it. This is McFarlane Mortal Kombat Classics figures, and they're live. You can get Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero at pretty much everywhere online. Scorpion everywhere online. Liu Kang everywhere online. Katana by herself. And so people were thinking she was going to be hidden behind a 2-pack, and she's not. And then there's so Classic Katana. Then you get Sub-Zero and Melina. Well, is Melina the one? Is Melina going to be... They'll put her back out, right? They'll put her back out separately, right? Melina in a 2-pack. Walmart exclusive. GameStop exclusive. No, Walmart exclusive. Classic Katana's GameStop exclusive. And then Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero Classic 7-inch. Anyway, yeah, this stuff... Why has it got to be so confusing? Why is it going to be hard to get? I guess they got to have exclusives. But anyway, I don't know if I'm in on this. I feel like I got burned with the weird zombie crud they made before, and looks like we got a zombie head in here too. I don't really know why they were doing all that, but still, it looks good. I just don't think I'm in on it. It's another line to start in a time I'm trying to cut back. Storm Arena, the lower price Storm collectibles one, Storm Arena, is the King of Fighters 98 Minoru Nakedu. And yeah, it looks good. Probably gonna be like a $30 figure, something along those lines. And available to pre-order at BBTS right now. If you're interested in this, kind of like Mortal Kombat, kind of like Street Fighter, in that zone, in that little range there, pretty cool. NECA's doing a reissue, and it's always funny with a reissue. It's like, I bought this figure in like a lot, and it was like $15 a figure. And I got it, and it was complete. Everything in there was complete. I think I paid like $100. I got 6 or 7 figures or something like that. And with that, I thought it was funny and odd that they're reissuing this guy as if he's hard to get or something. I remember seeing him at Walmart not too long ago, but really interesting that they choose to reissue this. Not sure why. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I like mine. It's just, it feels like they just had it out not too long ago. And they're reissuing. Anyway, if you, for whatever reason, feel like you can't find it on eBay for cheap, or find one somewhere, I just feel like you can still find this. Why reissue it? Pretty soon I'm going to be doing a vintage Commando video for Retro Wednesday, though, so stay tuned for that if you're into that. So I got some Arnie stuff in the work on the channel, so use this to plug that video. It's going to be a very good video. A lot of information and still more questions on that Commando line. It's 2 lines. We've got the NECA Vincent Price, black and white, and he's got all kinds of good stuff with him. Pretty cool looking figure overall if you're into this. And then here is, I'm not into the black and white stuff though, so that's maybe just me. I understand why they do it, because that's how the media was at the time, so that's kind of how you remember this. But let's just make it in full color and look good. But you can swap his head, make different ages and different looks for him, which is smart. Like, what are you going to do with this guy? And they really put thought into their accessories. And I really think that's where NECA shines. Super 7 too, with some great accessories. But, man, NECA, you get your value for that $35. New Mask and Gem pre-orders available from loyal subjects, and you can get the Gem and the holograms, Kimber, Shanna, AJ, Glitter and Gold Gem. Then you get Condor, Thunderhawk, High Tech Copter, which is supposed to be Switchblade, Mobile Defense Unit bundle only, and 40th Anniversary bundle. This is one of those things that, man, the mask stuff killing me over here, really getting on my nerves. But I just checked earlier if it was sold out, and it was not sold out. Let me see if I can click over there, find out about it, because they have it for $380 for the bundle, and I was like, all right, I'm in for $300. $380 is, man, come on, you're juicing us too hard here, and I'm really close to only canceling everything except for one Thunderhawk and a Condor. And I was the most excited person in the world for this, and now it's just, I'm losing my interest very quickly, very, very quickly. It's really frustrating, but I hope they get a grip on this pricing and it's not so insane. They literally took down the Rhino in black and gold off their site, and people have been saying they've been canceling their black and gold Rhino and buying the bundle, and their black and gold, everything else is still in stock, but so now they're hiding the Rhino behind a bundle. I mean, these tactics really do suck. They had to take it down from their site, the Rhino, because people were canceling the Rhino and would have put it back into a pre-order state, and that's insane. That's insane that they went through that extra mile to not allow somebody who just wanted the Rhino to buy the Rhino. That's crazy. Now I'm gonna sing some praises for Nacelle. They do things right. They still do some things wrong, but they do some things right. Here we're getting we've already talked about this, but we're getting these Sectaurs Wave 2 pre-orders by Nacelle. Oh crap, you can get them at BBTS now, and I ordered them through their site like an idiot. But you save like $5 ordering it through them, but you have to pay a shipping, which I don't like. I would have rather got them through BBTS. The day I ordered them, I had no idea I was going to get them through BBTS. But here's the thing. They say you can order replacement wings. Can I order 5 sets of replacement wings so that 8 years, 20 years from now, if mine break, I'm good? I don't know. That's a good question to answer. And then you get a Spy Drax in there. $40 for each of the flyers, $25 for the Spy Drax. I ordered this bundle set from their site, which was $100 at the time. I don't know if it's that anymore, but that's still pretty close to getting a BBTS. Oh, if you order extra wings, you have to pay the cost. He sells them at his cost, which I don't know what that is, but it's not ridiculous like vintage wings. Oh, look, my next slide is Nacelle also, and it's their Star Trek. Let's see what they got going on here. We got Worf, Generation Sailor, from when they went in the holodeck, and they did that thing in the holodeck. They've got Geordi LaForge, same thing. They've got Valeris from Star Trek 6, Undiscovered Country. Got Romulan Commander from Star Trek, the original series. And then Carol Marcus from Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan. All over the place here, but is that a bad thing? I don't think so. I think that it's a good thing. These are 1/12 scale, though, 6-inch. And I know people are like, I want to get the main cast together first. But eventually you'll get to that, right? And I like Nacelle and how they operate. I do, and I'm looking forward to a lot of things from them down the road, and reasonably priced. Jada Toys has pictures of their 1/12 scale Wave 1 figures package. Information here, $30 each. You're going to be getting, of course, Shaggy, which needs no introduction. You're going to be getting Creeper and Mummy of Inca. That's the weird thing. I never really thought about it, but I'm more interested in these baddies, in the bad guys. Every single episode, there was some bad guy doing something, and if it wasn't for you darn kids, they would have gotten away with it. Oh, look what Hasbro got away with. Funded the Snowcat. So, we were told that the Snowcat was too small to be a HasLab, was to be about 150 to now 175, and now, oh, never mind, just pay $325 and like it, or just don't buy it. Now it's funded. Enough people never ever want to see a vehicle again in this midsize for 100 or 150. They want to pay $325 for every midsize vehicle forever. And congratulations to you guys. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done with these HasLabs. Unless it's a whale, I'll get a whale. Maybe a hydrofoil. I don't know. I got to think on that. But I'm not backing it. And now I'm probably not buying any more vehicles because there's just not going to be any other than the $55 price point. I will buy all those $55 price points. There we go. I'm just going to be the guy with the $55 price point vehicles. And happy with that. And so there we go. Congratulations to everybody. I don't know if the other tier's back, and I just don't care. So when I first saw this, I got excited. I thought, ooh, cool. I'm going to jump over, and I'm going to pre-order this. And, of course, it's sold out. I still think it'll be easy to find. I mean, when you think about this, Spin Masters is not hard to find anywhere on anything. So, pretty excited to get one of these, though. Check it out. Compared to my vintage 1990s. Well, the 1991 is the holy grail of Batman collectors. At least according to the prices and how quickly people sell them. They burn through that fast. Very high level of interest in this item. As you can see, it's sold out. And it's not even half as good as the 90s Kenner one. And I'll point that out when I do a side-by-side. This is missing a lot of stuff Kenner did. A lot of stuff. So, anyhow, it's still cool. I'd still pick it up for $30 instead of $200, $300 for a vintage Kenner one, obviously. Meanwhile, on Amazon, Batman with Batwing and Whirly Bat for $18. I didn't check to see if it's still that price, but I got mine for $30. Thought I got a steal of a deal for $30, and then I'm like, oh, $18. I don't know if I need another one, but I probably should just for fun. So we got pictures of this droid factory, and it's the probe hyperspace pod with Imperial droid. When you notice that they would deploy these things, you look at the back of the box and you see how it deploys and would come up and do this thing. That is cool. Cool idea. I was like, someone somewhere in the entire world remembered that the original trilogy exists. And I'm blown away. I almost want to buy this. Like, there's so much Star Wars stuff coming out I don't care about. And then this hasn't been done before. Why are we not getting more stuff that's never been done before? Awesome. So I guess people are finding the Target exclusives Black Series Ghost Royal Guard Halloween Edition in the stores, but it's register locked until sometime. It doesn't say when, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. I'm not probably not gonna pick it up. I'm not probably gonna pick this up, but I still think I can look at it and say it's cool. And then there it is. Somehow they got their hands on it. Ah, that's cool. They got their hands on it. Interesting. Somehow. Sleight of hand. Something. That looks cool though. Very interesting. I guess there's a reason they're not seeking credit for these pictures. Somehow they got their hands on it. It looks great though. And we got Black Series stuff that's starting to arrive. Recent shipping info shows solid cases of Black Series Lieutenant Galley, Sand Trooper, Amazon fan channel, Darthomir Witch, and Anakin Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith. And, people are crying about the same thing. Get a good look at that Anakin and get a blurry look at this. The Star Wars Black Series Anakin and Obi-Wan X 2.0, whatever, starting to ship. It's shipping. And as my son said, they're just going to reissue the figures. And so a $110 set, if you just wanted the figures, wait. And evidently Anakin's shipping. And then get your own an Obi-Wan and you're good, right? For $50 instead of $110. I mean, unless you want all this stuff, then you're going to be on eBay. I bet eventually this will be like cheaper than MSRP on eBay. That's just my guess. Well, I guess that's all I got for you this week. Let me know what you think about this week's weekly news and review. What else is cool that's going on out there that I missed? Like and subscribe. Don't ever hang around.